In case 3 of integrals involving powers of sine and cosine, we have even powers of sine and cosine. We'll walk through these 3 examples and notice that all the powers of sine and cosine are even. In these examples, we are going to use one or both of these power-reducing identities, so I went ahead and put them here in our green box so that we'll have them. I've written down 2 steps that we're going to follow. We're first going to rewrite the even powers of sine x and or cosine x using these identities until no even powers remain. I'll show you exactly what that looks like. And then we just have to integrate. Let's look at our first example. This is a classic one. It is the integral of sin² x dx. Following our first step, we are going to rewrite sin² x in terms of cosine 2x. I put that identity right over here on the right. Notice in this identity that there is a negative in front of the cosine 2x. Let's go ahead and let's plug that in. This gives us the integral of 1 minus cosine 2x all divided by 2 times dx. I'm going to rewrite this and I'm going to bring that 1/2 out in front just to make it easier. So in our integrand, we have 1 minus cosine 2x dx. Our second step is to just go ahead and go through the integration. This gives us 1/2 times x. Now let's see, the integral of cosine is positive sine. So the negative comes along for the ride, and we have a positive sine 2x, and then we have to divide by 2 because of the 2 multiplying x, and then we add our plus c, and this simplifies to 1/2 x minus 1/4 sine 2x plus c. And there's our answer. Let's now look at example 2. We are going to integrate cosine² x dx. To do this, we are going to need to use the identity over here on the right in our green box, cosine² x. It's written in terms of cosine 2x, and notice that there is a plus in front of the cosine 2x. The reason that we're using this identity is we don't know what the integral of cosine squared is, but we do know what the integral of cosine is. Let's go ahead and let's substitute this in. We have 1 plus cosine 2x all divided by 2 times dx. I am going to take the 1/2 out in front, and we have 1 plus cosine 2x dx. Our second step is to just integrate this. Our 1/2 comes along for the ride. Integral of 1 is x. The integral of cosine 2x is a plus sine 2x, but don't forget we have to divide by 2 because we have a 2x instead of an x. And then we have our plus c. Let's rewrite this, and our answer is 1/2 x plus 1/4 sine 2x plus c. And there's our final answer. Let's now look at our third example. We're going to integrate sin² x times cosine² x. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to look over here on the right at our formulas, and we're going to use the power-reducing identities, sin² x and cosine² x. Let's go ahead and let's put these in. This gives us the integral of 1 minus cosine 2x all divided by 2 times 1 plus cosine 2x all divided by 2, and then we have our dx. Let's pull the 1/4 out in front, and then let's go ahead and let's multiply these two quantities right here. I'll highlight them. This one and this one, we're going to multiply these out. This gives us a 1, and then notice the middle terms cancel out. That's really nice. And then we have a minus cosine squared 2x dx. Now, what we have to do is keep using these power-reducing identities until we have no squared term left. So we'll use the power-reducing identity for this term. And let's go ahead and let's write that out before we use it because the angle is a little bit different. So let's say that cosine squared 2x, looking right here, that is going to be equal to 1 plus cosine. We're going to double the angle, so 2x becomes a 4x, and then we divide by 2. Let's put this in and see what we get. We have 1/4, the integral, and now we have 1 minus 1/2, I'm just distributing that through, minus 1/2 cosine 4x dx. It's really helpful to go ahead and simplify as much as you can before you integrate. This gives us 1/4, and then we have 1 minus 1/2, so this is 1/2 minus 1/2 cosine 4x dx. Let's go ahead and let's pull the 1/2 out. So the 1/2 and the 1/4 make a 1/8. We have the integral 1 minus cosine 4x dx. Now we can integrate. That's our step 2. We just integrate this. So this gives us 1/8. The integral of 1 is x. The integral of cosine is positive sine, so the negative comes along for the ride, and this becomes sine 4x. Don't forget we have to divide by 4 because of that angle, and then we have our plus c, and we can rewrite this nicely as 1/8 x minus 1/32 sine 4x plus our arbitrary constant c. And there's our final answer. The key to these problems is to keep using the identity until there is no squared term left in the integral. If this video has been helpful to you, please consider subscribing to my channel. Keep believing in yourself and have a great rest of your day.